Imagine inventing technology that powers the entire modern world. Electric cities, wireless communication, motors that run factories, and systems that generate electricity for billions of people. Now imagine doing all of that, and still dying alone, poor and forgotten. This sounds impossible, but this was the life of a man whose ideas shaped the modern world. His name was Nikola Tesla, a brilliant inventor, a visionary thinker, a man far ahead of his time. But before the world recognized his genius, Tesla faced rejection, betrayal, financial ruin, and years of struggle that almost destroyed his dreams. This is the story of how a misunderstood inventor failed, lost everything, and still changed the future of humanity forever. Nikola Tesla was born on July 10, 1856. His birthplace was a small village called Smiljan, located in what is now modern-day Croatia. But the night he was born was far from ordinary. A violent thunderstorm filled the sky. Lightning flashed again and again across the darkness. According to family stories, the midwife watching the storm outside made a strange remark. She looked at the lightning and said, "This child will be a child of darkness." But Tesla's mother immediately responded with powerful words, "No, he will be a child of light." No one knew it at the time, but those words would become prophetic. Because one day, Nikola Tesla would help bring electric light to the entire world. From a very young age, Tesla showed signs that he was different from other children. While other kids played outside, Tesla spent hours observing nature. He watched how water flowed in rivers. He studied how wind moved through trees. He wondered how lightning formed in the sky. But Tesla had something even more unusual. He possessed a rare mental ability. Tesla could visualize machines inside his mind with incredible precision. Instead of drawing inventions on paper, he could build them mentally. He could imagine every gear, every movement, every electrical current. In his mind, he could run the machine and see whether it worked. If something was wrong, he would simply adjust the design in his imagination. Years later, Tesla once explained this extraordinary ability. "My method is different. I do not rush into actual work. When I get an idea, I begin building it in my mind." This ability would later help him invent technologies that other scientists could barely imagine. But while Tesla possessed genius, life would not be easy for him. As Tesla grew older, one subject fascinated him more than anything else: electricity. In the late 1800s, electricity was still mysterious and poorly understood. Some scientists believed it had enormous potential. Others thought it was dangerous and impractical. But Tesla saw something that others could not. He imagined a future where electricity powered entire cities, factories, transportation systems, even communication. But Tesla believed that the existing electrical systems were flawed. At the time, the most popular system used direct current electricity, or DC. DC worked well for short distances, but it could not travel far. Tesla believed the future belonged to a different system: alternating current. AC electricity could travel long distances and power large cities. But convincing people of this idea would become one of the biggest struggles of Tesla's life. In 1884, Tesla made a life-changing decision. He left Europe and traveled to the United States. At the time, America was becoming a center for innovation and industry. Tesla believed that if he wanted to change the world, this was the place to do it. But when he arrived in New York, he had almost nothing. Very little money. No powerful connections. Only a letter of recommendation and his brilliant mind. The letter was addressed to one of the most famous inventors in the world, a man named Thomas Edison. Tesla soon began working for Edison's company. At first, it seemed like a dream opportunity. Edison was already famous for his inventions and electrical systems. Tesla believed he could help improve Edison's technologies, and he worked extremely hard, often working 18 to 20 hours per day. But a serious problem soon appeared. Edison strongly supported direct current electricity. Tesla believed alternating current was far superior. Their ideas clashed constantly. One story from this time became famous. Edison allegedly promised Tesla $50,000 if he could redesign Edison's generators and improve their efficiency. Tesla worked day and night. Eventually, he solved the problem. But when Tesla asked for the reward, Edison laughed. He told Tesla, "You don't understand American humor." Tesla had been promised a reward, but he would receive nothing. Furious and disappointed, Tesla quit the company. After leaving Edison's company, Tesla's life collapsed. He struggled to find investors. He struggled to find work. Eventually, he was forced to take a job digging trenches and ditches. Imagine the situation. One of the most brilliant inventors in the world, working as a manual laborer, covered in dirt, earning just enough money to survive. Many people would have given up. But Tesla refused to abandon his dream. Even during these difficult days, he continued thinking about his electrical system. He believed that one day the world would recognize its value, and eventually, someone did. Tesla met a businessman and engineer named George Westinghouse. Westinghouse immediately saw the potential in Tesla's AC system. He believed it could revolutionize the electrical industry. So Westinghouse made a bold decision. He invested in Tesla's technology. Together, they began developing electrical systems based on alternating current. But this partnership would soon trigger a massive conflict, a technological battle that became known as the War of Currents. Tesla's AC system threatened Edison's DC system. If AC succeeded, Edison's business empire could collapse. So Edison launched a public campaign against alternating current. He claimed it was dangerous, deadly, even immoral. To convince the public, Edison performed shocking demonstrations. Animals were electrocuted with AC electricity in front of audiences. Newspapers began spreading fear. People believed AC electricity could kill them. Tesla and Westinghouse faced enormous pressure, but they believed the truth would eventually win, and history would prove them right. The turning point came in 1893. The city of Chicago hosted a massive international event, the World's Fair. Organizers needed a company capable of lighting the entire exhibition. Edison's company bid for the project. So did Westinghouse. When the decision was announced, Westinghouse and Tesla won. Their alternating current system would power the entire fair. When the lights turned on, the world watched in amazement. Thousands of electric lights illuminated the night. Visitors had never seen anything like it. For the first time, people understood the power of Tesla's system. Soon after, Tesla's technology was used to harness the massive energy of Niagara Falls. This project became one of the greatest engineering achievements of the era. Tesla had proven that his vision was correct. Electricity could power entire cities. Despite his success, Tesla struggled financially. Unlike many inventors, Tesla cared more about ideas than money. At one point, Westinghouse faced financial difficulties. To save the company, Tesla agreed to cancel royalty payments that could have made him extremely wealthy. Tesla sacrificed millions of dollars, all because he believed the technology needed to survive. Meanwhile, other businessmen grew rich using electrical systems based on Tesla's inventions. Tesla himself gained fame, but little financial stability. As Tesla grew older, his inventions became increasingly ambitious. He dreamed of wireless electricity, global wireless communication, even technologies that sounded almost impossible. One of his most famous projects was the Wardenclyffe Tower. Tesla believed it could transmit electricity wirelessly across the world, but investors lost confidence. Funding disappeared. The tower was eventually abandoned. Tesla's dreams were once again shattered. In his later years, Tesla lived alone in a hotel room in New York. He spent much of his time feeding pigeons in nearby parks. In 1943, Nikola Tesla died at the age of 86. Poor, alone, but not forgotten forever. Today, Nikola Tesla is remembered as one of the greatest inventors in human history. His inventions helped create modern power systems, electric motors, wireless technology, radio communication. The modern electrical world exists largely because of his ideas. Tesla once said something that perfectly summarized his life. The present is theirs. The future, for which I really worked, is mine. And today, the world we live in is proof that he was right.